I'm DrFlux, and today we're looking at the Dragon Power SkyBlaze bow. This bow is really cool. I'm a big fan of bow type stuff. I play a game called In Death on VR, and I absolutely love that game. So anytime I find a blaster that feels like you're actually shooting a bow, I'm really on board with it. So in this video, we're gonna basically take this out of the box, we're gonna take it outside, check out the feet per second for this bow, and also see how accurate it is at about 30 feet. So let's jump right into the video. So the new Dragon Power line from Hasbro is actually kind of cool in my opinion. I think this bow is really cool and I can't wait to get it out of the package. So before I go any further, we'll talk real quick about the art. The box stylings are just beautiful. Definitely has some really cool box art on this stuff. Having the IP for D&D, I mean, obviously you're gonna have beautiful box art. So before I can really comment on this thing further, I gotta get it out of the package. This blaster comes with 10 of these special red darts with kind of translucent, very squishy heads. They're a little bit more squishy than well, at least they seem a little bit more squishy. But yeah, you kind of see through them and they're actually kind of interesting looking darts. After taking this thing out of the box, we can clearly see that it is a pretty looking blaster. We got paint on both sides. We have amazing stylings. We got this kind of this translucent rubbery type of spike stuff here. This blaster actually operates off of drawing a cord, which is really neat. So it actually feels like you're firing a bow. There's just scales all over it, so it actually looks like dragon scales. I mean, they did a really good job on styling this thing. So this is definitely a big chunky pistol grip, but the weird thing is like my hands are crowded. So it's very big, but yet doesn't give enough room for adult hands. So kind of interesting choice considering if I had a smaller hand, I would have a hard time wrapping it around this grip here. So kind of a weird styling. I'm assuming that the plunger is inside there and that's why they did that, but I'm not certain. So they give us 10 darts. We got enough to fill this, and then we have dart storage on this rail here. Wow, that thing actually slaps. So I can tell you right now, that feels very satisfying. If you like playing with bows, you know, if you like the whole feeling of like bow and arrow, I think you'll actually love this thing. And it really does have a good pop to it. So I'm gonna take this thing outside and see how many feet per second we can get off this thing. And also just check out how accurate it is. So let's head outside. Basically, about 3 months ago, I decided, let's go ahead and try TikTok. It's a horrible place.
Bit of modification. You can probably maybe shoot them.
No!
Looks dumb, no.
Dumbass.
Too loud for me. Sir! I'm gonna need that! Boom!
All right, let's get some chronograph readings off this Dragon Power bow. Now we'll be shooting the Elite darts at first, and then I will be switching over to the Adventure Force waffle darts just because they're more accurate and I prefer using these. 44, 40, 47, 59, 57, 50, 43. Let's check the performance of these waffle tips. 50, looks like a dart fell out. 55, 48, 43, 43, and 55. My second AR kept popping the dart out, so I don't know what's going on with that AR. So for this range demo, I'm gonna just go straight to Adventure Force waffles just because they're more accurate. So the SkyBlaze. What do I think of this blaster? This bow is really cool. I think aesthetically speaking, I think it's a 10 out of 10. I think it looks really amazing. Performance-wise, I think it's pretty solid for a bow. The chronograph numbers are pretty good for, you know, a stock Nerf blaster. But really, I think this blaster leans into more of a cosplay element and just a design element and just basically how cool does it look. I also would like to get a little bit better with shooting bow type of blasters. I only have a couple of them. From going outside and shooting cups with this, I can tell you I'm a little rusty. Like, I was not really doing as well as I thought I would. I was able to hit the targets eventually, but for the most part, it's like, and I don't fault the blaster. The blaster is actually pretty much firing in the direction I was releasing. It's just getting that sight profile on it and then releasing. It just, I was not hitting my target as well as I should be. So with that said though, I do appreciate the value of this blaster. I do think it's accurate. I think it looks beautiful, and I do recommend it for its lower price point, because Hasbro is not having to pay a third party for using their IP, since, you know, D&D falls under Wizards of the Coast, and Wizards of the Coast is pretty much owned by Hasbro. This blaster right here can remain affordable, which is good. Let me know in the comment section if you're excited to see the next blaster that I will be reviewing out of this line, which is known as the Fire Shot. Also, I'm curious to know if people like this line, or is this something that maybe you're just kind of like, it took you by surprise and you're kind of like, okay, well, that's now a thing. It kind of reminds me of the Nerf Dino Squad a little bit, just how it just popped up out of nowhere. It's like, oh, Nerf's got dinosaur blasters now. It's like, okay, cool. You know, it's kind of felt like that. I don't know if there's going to be more out of this line. I mean, I don't even know if there's going to be more out of the Dino Squad line, but it'd be cool, I guess. I think I'd rather see more stuff out of this line. The comment I hear over and over about this particular line is, give us some good foam weapons. Give us a new release of all those amazing, iconic foam weapons that Nerf released. It would be amazing to get shields and swords. Nerf branded Dragon Power melee weapons would be really cool. Hasbro, if you're listening, please give us Dragon Power melee weapons. Would be totally amazing. Well, I'm DrFlux. I want to thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, happy foam flinging.